What box should I pick on the Social Security Disability application, SSI or SSDI? Do you know that there are two types of Social Security Disability benefits that you might be eligible for? If you've worked 20 out of the last 40 quarters, you become insured for Social Security Disability purposes. SSDI benefits are paid based on your earnings record. On the other hand, if you've never been insured or you've lost your insured status, your only choice may be to apply for Supplemental Security Income Benefits, SSI benefits. These are asset-based, which means to be eligible, you have to have little or nothing in the way of assets, including those of your spouse. You can have a house, you can have a car, you have a little bit of money in a bank account, but if you have more than that, you might not be eligible for SSI regardless of how disabled you are. Regardless of whether you're applying for SSI or SSDI, you have to meet the 5-step sequential process for Social Security Disability benefits and SSI benefits. So the question is, what box should I pick? Well, you may be thinking about SSI only, SSD only, or both SSI or SSD. I always tell my clients generally to apply for both unless it's clear that you'll never meet the asset test and it's clear that you're insured. The Social Security Administration is going to check your application to determine whether or not you meet the asset test. And if you don't, they're going to send you a notice of denial saying you're not eligible for SSI. Now, you have the right to appeal that, but you have to do so in 60 days. Why would I tell you to apply for both? Well, when you apply for SSI, you only become eligible for benefits as of the date you file your application for SSI. So if you don't know, we don't really want to delay filing if there's a chance that you might be eligible. On the other hand, when you apply for SSDI, you can go back up to 1 year prior to the date of filing. That means you would get back benefits if you're found eligible. And it can take as long as 11 months here in Florida just to get to a review of your initial application. And sometimes it's taken 2 years to get to a hearing. And a lot can change in that time frame as it relates to assets. You might get divorced, you may no longer have your spouse's income, circumstances change and the asset test can be changed. And you might be eligible for SSI based on what's happening in your life. So I think if you're not clear about whether you should be applying for SSDI or SSI, that you apply for both. Just make sure you appeal the denial of the SSI benefits. Better yet, you should contact us. Now, if it's clear that you're never going to be eligible for SSI because you won't meet the asset test, as I said, go ahead and apply for Social Security Disability benefits. That's why you need to have an experienced Social Security Disability attorney who can help you pick. And we're going to send you to your claim file, or your file, if you will, at SSI, so that you can determine whether or not you're insured, because that will help us determine whether or not we're going to recommend you apply for SSDI. If you have any questions about your rights to Social Security or SSI, call us at 727-894-3188.